Be honest. You've probably imagined how cool it would be to just instantly learn something. Like boom, you snap your fingers and suddenly you can shred the guitar like a rock star, speak fluent Spanish in 5 minutes, or even do a backflip right in front of your 6th grade crush. We all had that fantasy because learning new skills feels like a superpower. But now that we're adults, that fantasy has changed. We're not trying to impress our classmates anymore. We're trying to survive in the real world, get better at coding, speak confidently in interviews, understand money, tech, AI, and life. But the problem? Most of us struggle with learning new things, not because we're lazy, but because no one ever taught us how to actually learn. Chapter 1. Why we struggle with learning. Let's go back to school for a second. Remember how they taught us to memorize facts for a test? Capital cities, historical dates, math formulas. We'd cram the night before, walk into the exam half asleep, spill everything onto the paper, then forget it all the moment the bell rang. That's not learning. That's temporary memorization. Real learning is different. It's when you understand something so deeply you can use it without even thinking. Like riding a bike or typing on a keyboard. It becomes automatic. Chapter 2. The real mistake, input overload. Here's where most people mess up. When they want to learn something new, they go all in on input. They binge-watch tutorials, read dozens of articles, highlight every line in a book, watch 5 more YouTube videos. And then, nothing sticks. Why? Because input doesn't equal mastery. Watching someone cook doesn't make you a chef. Reading about swimming doesn't mean you won't drown. The real progress happens when you switch from input to output. You don't learn by watching. You learn by doing. Chapter 3. Learning is a contact sport. Imagine you want to learn how to swim. So you read books about it. You watch Olympic swimmers on YouTube. You memorize the perfect form. But the first time you jump in the pool, you panic. You sink. You realize you never actually did this. Learning is a contact sport. You have to get your hands dirty, or in this case, wet. You can't just observe. You have to experience it. Chapter 4. The 80-20th rule of learning. Now let's talk about a secret weapon, the 80-20th rule, also known as the Pareto Principle. It says 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. That applies to learning too. If you're trying to learn a new language, you don't need to memorize 10,000 words. Start with the 1,000 most common ones. They make up over 80% of everyday conversations. Same with guitar. Don't learn every possible chord. Master a few core ones first. That 20% will carry you 80% of the way. Focus on what matters most. Ignore the fluff. Chapter 5. Active recall. Lift weights with your brain. Here's one of the most powerful techniques you'll ever use. Active recall. Instead of reading something 10 times, close the book and try to recall what you just read from memory. It feels harder, and that's the point. It forces your brain to work and struggle a bit. That struggle builds stronger memory connections. It's like lifting weights. You don't grow by looking at dumbbells. You grow by lifting them. Active recall is lifting for your brain. Chapter 6. Spaced repetition. Don't cram. Cramming might feel productive, but it's a lie. You'll forget it all in 2 days. A better way? Use spaced repetition. Review small bits of information over time. Instead of 6 hours in 1 day, do 30 minutes a day for 12 days. Each time you revisit the information, your brain has to dig it back up, and every time it does, the memory gets stronger. Think of it like walking through a forest path. The first time it's overgrown, the 5th time, it's clear and easy. Chapter 7. Deliberate practice. Practice ugly. Another mistake we make? We practice the easy stuff. But real growth comes from working on what you're bad at. That's called deliberate practice. It's uncomfortable, frustrating, and exactly where you need to go. If you're learning to draw, don't just repeat the same smiley face. Challenge yourself to draw hands, faces, or weird angles. That's how you level up. Chapter 8. Teach it, even if you're still learning. Want to remember something forever? Teach it. Yes, even if you're still learning it. Teaching forces you to organize your thoughts, explain things clearly, and spot gaps in your knowledge. If you can explain it simply, you really understand it. Pro tip. Set up your phone, pretend you're teaching on YouTube, explain the concept out loud. You don't even have to post it. The act of teaching will boost your retention massively. Chapter 9. Use all your senses. Your brain isn't just a sponge, it's a multisensory machine. The more senses you involve, the stronger your learning becomes. If you're learning a new language, don't just read. Listen to native speakers, speak the words out loud, write them down. Watch content in that language. By combining visual, audio, and physical actions, you create stronger neural pathways. It's like using more glue when you want something to stick. Chapter 10. Gamify it. Make it fun. Learning doesn't have to be boring. In fact, the more fun it is, the faster you'll learn. Set small goals. Track your progress. Reward yourself. Compete with a friend. Use apps that give you points, badges, or streaks. Every time you achieve something, your brain releases dopamine, the motivation chemical. It tells your brain, this feels good. Let's do more. So yes, turn your study session into a mini video game. Chapter 11. Kill distractions. Let's talk about the biggest killer of focus. Your phone. TikTok. Instagram. That random reel about a monkey eating cake. All of that destroys deep learning. Your brain can't focus on two things at once. Multitasking is a myth. Silence your phone, close extra tabs, set a timer, lock in, give your brain a chance to work without interruptions. Chapter 12. Rest and sleep are learning tools. We think working longer means learning better. That's not true. Your brain needs rest to process information. When you sleep, your brain organizes everything you learned. It strengthens connections and clears out junk. That's why cramming all night actually hurts you. Take breaks, sleep enough, rest your mind. Learning isn't just what you do when you're awake, it's what your brain continues to do while you're asleep. Chapter 13. Mindset is everything. Let's wrap this up with the most underrated part of learning. Mindset. If you believe you're bad at learning, you'll stay stuck. But if you believe you can improve, you will. It's called a growth mindset. If you tell yourself, I'm bad at learning, you'll stay bad. But if you say, I'm not good at this yet, you open a door. That one word, yet, changes everything. It tells your brain this is possible. And when something feels possible, you keep going. So let's review. Don't rely only on input. Practice output. Use active recall. Space your learning over time. Focus on what matters most. Teach what you learn. Use multiple senses. Make it fun. Avoid distractions. Rest your brain and believe in your ability to grow. You're not bad at learning. You were just never taught how to learn. But now you are. So stop scrolling. Start doing. And remember, you've got this.